Good morning, all of you. Today I am going to complete the third chapter of Standard 9. I had taught about some atoms, molecules, and whatever was taught till today is important for Standard 9 and 10 both. Now I am going to complete the chapter. Now, first of all, we know atoms combine together or elements combine together to form new substance, that is compound. So there are certain laws that is known as law of chemical combination. What is law of chemical combination? It is of two types. First, law of conservation of mass. Law of conservation of mass. What is law of conservation of mass? You must have heard mass is neither created nor destroyed during a chemical reaction. That is very important. If we take 1 gram of hydrogen or and 8 gram of oxygen, then after reaction you will get 9 gram of water. 1 gram of hydrogen, 1 gram hydrogen plus 8 gram oxygen, you will get 9 gram of water. Very important. Means mass is the same before reaction and after reaction. Mass is neither created nor destroyed during a chemical reaction. Okay? So this is known as law of conservation of mass. Now second point is law of constant proportion. Constant means fixed, proportion means ratio. Means atoms or elements always combine in fixed proportion. That means always the ratio of hydrogen and oxygen will be 1:8 by mass. That means hydrogen and oxygen will combine in a fixed ratio 1:8. Why 1:8? Because it's in H2O. What is the atomic mass of hydrogen? We know atomic mass of hydrogen is 1. H2 means 2 atoms. 2 atoms means 1 into 2 plus. What is the atomic mass of oxygen? It is 16. So 1 into 2, 2 plus 16. That is 18. Now here, hydrogen. Hydrogen is 1 into 2, that is 2. Oxygen 16. So what is the ratio? Hydrogen is to oxygen is 2:16. That is 2 by 16, 1 by 8. That is 1:8. Is it clear? Hydrogen and oxygen. The atomic mass of hydrogen is 1. H2. In water, the hydrogen is in the form of H2. 2 atoms of hydrogen are there. So atomic mass 2. Or molecular mass, we can say it is 2 of hydrogen. The 2, if we take 2 units of hydrogen, then how many of oxygen are required? 8. 2 for 16, so 1 for 8. So 1:8. The ratio of hydrogen and oxygen is 1:8 always. So always fixed. If we take another example, of ammonia, NH3, nitrogen atomic mass. What is the atomic mass of nitrogen? 14. H3, 3. So what is the ratio here of nitrogen and hydrogen? nitrogen is to hydrogen, here ratio is 14 is to 3. If we take 14 gram of nitrogen, it will react with 3 gram of hydrogen. That is compulsory. So ratio is always fixed. Okay? Another important point is they combine in whole number. They combine in always whole number. That means if the formula of water is H2O, the ratio of hydrogen and oxygen atoms 2 is to 1. 2 hydrogen atom, 1 oxygen atom. We can't take 1 hydrogen and half oxygen. It is never possible. Whole number starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the numbers are always whole numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or natural numbers we can say. 2 is to 1, 1 is to 3, 3 is to 4. Like this, we can't take half or in fraction. We can't take. Okay? The law of constant proportion and law of conservation of mass are the two laws which are followed by all the elements and atoms for reaction, for chemical reaction. Now, what is atomic mass? Atomic mass is the mass of any atom, and you know atoms are very small particles, tiny particles. So we actually, when we say atomic mass, we say relative atomic mass, comparative, in comparison to the mass of carbon atom. Carbon has isotopes, two types of carbon 12, carbon 14. So we take here carbon 12. That means mass of carbon atom is 12 units. Okay. For example, if we take a watermelon and we divide it into 12 equal parts, 2 parts, 4 parts, 6 parts, we divide it into 12 parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 12 equal parts. Then mass of one part is 1 by 12 of whole. If this is a carbon atom, the total is 1 unit. So one part is 1 by 12 of carbon atom. Okay. So this is taken as 1 unit, 1 AMU or 1 U. 1 unit, 1 AMU, or now we will say 1 U is equal to mass of 1 by 12 of 1 carbon atom. Is it clear? What is 1 unit? 1 unit, 1 unified mass, mass of 1 by 12 part of 1 carbon atom. Okay? Now, if we take mass of hydrogen, the mass of 1 hydrogen atom is equal to 1 by 12 of 1 carbon atom. Mass of 1 by 12 of 1 carbon atom. So 1 hydrogen atom has mass equal to 1 by 12 of carbon atom. 2 hydrogen atom, so 1 by 6. Okay. Now, what is the mass of oxygen atom? Mass of oxygen is 16 U. That means 12 part and plus 2 more part. So 16 U. Is it clear? This is known as atomic mass. Now, we come to another point, that is molecules. Molecules are group of atoms. We know many many elements are found in the group of two atoms. For example, oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, chlorine. Oxygen always found O2, hydrogen H2, okay, chlorine Cl2. So they are diatomic. Diatomic means they are in one molecule of oxygen you will find always two atoms. So there is a term atomicity. Atomicity means number of atoms present in one molecule of that atom, that element. So what is the atomicity of oxygen? 2. Atomicity of hydrogen? 2. Atomicity of chlorine? 2. Is it clear? Now, there are tetraatomic also. Phosphorus P4. Its atomicity is 4. Some monoatomic elements are there, for example helium, neon, argon. So their atomicity is 1. Helium, always found alone. So its atomicity is 1. Atomicity of oxygen is 2. Atomicity of phosphorus is 4. So you remember, what is atomicity? Atomicity is the number of atoms present in one molecule of that element. Is it clear? Now, you take the example of, now you know what are ions. I had explained in earlier video also. What are ions? Ions are charged atoms. When an atom gains or loses electrons to become stable, it is known as ion. So there are two types of ion. When an atom loses electron, it becomes positive ion, that is known as cation. Ions are of two types, remember. I am going little bit faster because I have to complete the chapter. You can ask me questions always. You can message me, you can ask me questions, you can pause my video if it is little bit faster. Ions. Ions are of two types, cations and anions. Cations means positively charged and anions means negatively charged. So when an atom becomes cation, when it loses electron. So which type of atoms, elements will lose electron? Mostly metals. Remember this. Mostly metals lose electrons. They have a tendency to lose electrons and form cations. And non-metals have a tendency to gain electrons and they form anions. Okay. There are anions, cations and some polyatomic ions. Polyatomic means having number of atoms. For example, you can take ammonium. NH4. It has positive charge. You know, hydrogen has positive charge, +1 charge. Why hydrogen has +1 charge? It will share 1 electron. Then sodium +1 charge. It will lose 1 electron. Magnesium +2 charge. Okay, now see. Nitrogen. What is the charge of nitrogen? Nitrogen. If it is here in this, here hydrogen is positively charged and hydrogen is negatively charged and this nitrogen is positively charged here. What is the charge of nitrogen? What is the atomic number of nitrogen? 7 to 5. So here nitrogen will have +5 charge. And what about hydrogen? -1 charge. Hydrogen has +1 as well as -1 charge. Remember this, very important point. Nitrogen has, because it can share, it can become positive ion as well as it can become negative ion also. So plus 1 minus 1. Now see, nitrogen plus 5, hydrogen 4, so minus 4, plus 5 minus 4, that is equals to plus 1. So ammonium has plus 1 charge. Similarly, OH. What is the charge of oxygen? Minus 2, because it will gain 2 electrons. Charge of carbon plus 4, because it will share 4 electrons. You have to remember this, important. Minus 2 plus 4. Oxygen minus 2 charge. Hydrogen plus 1 charge. Then minus 2 plus 1, that will become minus 1. So OH has minus 1 charge. This is known as hydroxyl ion. This is a polyatomic ions. Ammonium ion, hydroxyl ion. These are many type of ions are there. Carbonate ion, CO3, carbonate. Now, charge of carbon plus 4. Charge of oxygen minus 2. Minus 2 into 3, minus 6. Then minus 4, plus 4 minus 6. How much? Minus 2. The charge of carbonate is minus 2 always. So we combine the charges of single ions and then we add them and we get the net charge of polyatomic ion. Very easy to remember. The chart is given in your class 9 book of chapter 3. You can see the chart. You can remember the charges. You have to understand why this hydrogen has plus 1, why sodium has plus 1. You have to understand and remember. Okay? Now, how chemical formula are formed? We know chemical bonding takes place, chemical reaction takes place. Chemical reaction takes place when one atom loses electron, another atom gains electron. So when the two atoms combine, the chemical formula is formed. For example, sodium. Sodium will lose one electron and it will acquire plus 1 charge. Chlorine will gain one electron and will acquire minus 1 charge. The total formula will be Na plus 1 Cl minus 1. So what will be the formula? Plus 1 minus 1 will cancel each other. The formula of sodium chloride is formed, NaCl. Now remember, sodium is a metal, so it will be written first, always sodium, then non-metal chlorine is written. And we do a slight change in its name. Chlorine is named as chloride. Sodium is named as same sodium, then in place of chlorine we write chloride. Sodium chloride, sodium bromide, sodium fluoride means the non-metal part is written in the right side and slight change in its name is made. Okay? So this time we can form many formulas: hydrogen, chlorine, hydrogen and chlorine. What is the charge of hydrogen? Plus 1. Charge of chlorine? Minus 1. So they will cancel each other and the formula of hydrogen chloride is HCl. What is the name? Hydrogen. So you will say hydrogen is not a metal, it is a non-metal. Yes, it is a non-metal, but it is positively charged ion here. So positive charged ion is named in first, in the left the name is written hydrogen, then chloride, hydrogen chloride. Okay? Now see hydrogen and sulfur, how they will react. We saw hydrogen and chlorine, now hydrogen and sulfur. Hydrogen plus 1 charge, sulfur minus 2 charge. Now see, now what will happen? Now this plus 1 will not balance minus 2, so we need plus 2 here. So we have to increase the number of hydrogen atom. So we will write H2, Now it will become plus 2. Plus 2 minus 2 cancel each other. The formula is H2S. This is the chemical formula of hydrogen sulfide. The net charge of any compound is 0. Hydrogen sulfide is formed. We will add the charges of hydrogen and sulfur. The net charge will be 0. Here the net charge of sodium chloride plus 1 minus 1, 0. If the net charge is 0, then our formula is correct. If the net charge is not 0, the formula is incorrect. Simple method to check it. Okay? Now, if we take carbon tetrachloride, C, carbon, chlorine. Now see, carbon, what is the charge of carbon? Plus 4. What is the charge of chlorine? Minus 1. Now, minus 4 is required, so we have to take 4 chlorine, then minus 1 into 4 minus 4. Then they will cancel each other. The formula is CCl4. Is it easy? If the charge is less, we have to increase the number of atoms containing that charge. If the charge is more, that is plus 4, this will remain as such. Here chlorine has minus 1 charge, so we will increase the number of chlorine atoms and then we can balance it. Okay? Similarly, we can take an example of aluminium, oxygen. What is the charge of aluminium? Plus 3. What is the charge of oxygen? Minus 2. Now, how to equate them? Take the LCM, 3 and 2, 6. We can increase here by 2, 3 into 2, 6. Here 2 into 3, 6. So here aluminium was increased by 2, Al2. Oxygen was increased by 3, Al2O3. Simple. So what is the formula? What is the name? Aluminium is a metal, positive ion. So aluminium as such, and then oxygen will be named as oxide. IDE is used. Oxide, aluminium oxide. Is it clear? Now we can do the practice. You do the practice at home. Many questions are given in your book. You can do it. Now come to molecular mass. Now come to molecular mass. Molecular mass is the mass of one molecule of any compound. Is it clear? Now see. For example,